This is my full 2026 Bounty Hunter army. The main part of this army is vehicles, so I'll start with the biggest one. I just got this set at the end of last year, right before it retired at a pretty good deal, and it is definitely my favorite set in my collection. I do have a full review on it, and it's definitely my dream set overall, which I don't know technically if it's still a dream set, even if I have it, but it's definitely my favorite one LEGO has ever made. I love The Mandalorian. Of course, this means that this is definitely my favorite set and also my first UCS set, but not my first Razor Crest. That would be the 2019 Playscale version, which is definitely a lot worse, and I've been wanting to do a comparison between the two of them, and if you guys would like to see that too, make sure to comment down below, and I probably will do it sometime before the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So this is a pretty good Razor Crest, at least for a Playscale one. The main thing that I like this one better, basically the only thing that I like this better than the UCS one, would be the cockpit piece here, which is nice and printed with that beautiful one piece rather than a bunch of pieces, which does make it have a little bit more detail. But for this reason, I think the piece on the 2019 one is a little bit better, but definitely one of my favorite sets, just because at least nostalgic to me, and is of course my first Razor Crest. I also have a couple other vehicles like the 2022 Pirate Snub Fighter, one of my favorites, again being the ATST Raider. I also have Boba Fett's mech, as well as his microfighter, the N1 Starfighter, and both speeder bikes for the Mandalorian, the 2026 one, as well as the 2021 version. And I do have a comparison on both of those if you'd like to see that. But leading the army, of course, I have the Mandalorian. Specifically, this one is for, of course, the UCS Razor Crest, and he's definitely one of my favorite figures. I really love the arm printing and that new style of helmet in specifically the old Beskar look. And I also have the new Cad Bane in the front as well, who's also a very nice figure with arm printing and leg printing, my first Cad Bane, and he's definitely the best one that LEGO has ever made, at least in my opinion, definitely with the most detail. I also have a lot of Boba Fett's, like the 2013 version, which looks very nice with that pauldron and his leg printing, which came in a much more accurate Sarlacc pit than the newer version, which I have here. I don't actually have the Sarlacc pit, it's just specifically that one I got came in the Boba Fett mech, which actually came out long before that newer one in the Sarlacc pit. I also have Jango Fett there from his Playscale version of the Slave One, and I also have a couple like raiders or pirates, you could call them, in the front, like Vane with his sword as well, looks very nice, as well as the pilot for the Snub Fighter, and the two raiders that pilot the ATST Raider. And I also have the Mandalorian Guild in the front here with, of course, Greef Karga, as well as IG 88, I believe, or it was IG 11 actually. And then I do have, I believe this was from 2011, this like black assassin droid, which is actually really cool, and also shows like a classic vibe of the IG like droids. It makes it actually look very old. I believe this was 2011. Came in the IG droid like assassin battle pack basically. So that was a pretty cool inclusion I could throw in the back. And of course, my biggest part of the army, the Mandalorian, or more specifically Din Djarin. I have 3, including the UCS Razor Crest Mandalorian of the old Beskar, and then 5 of the newer Beskar ones. And I also have his newest version of the new Beskar with that new Darksaber, as well as that better helmet print there compared to all the other ones. The majority of these are just basic ones with capes, but like this one specifically came in the N1 Starfighter because it has that specific Darksaber with the jetpack. The other 2 ones here have just capes, and then this one has his Beskar spear. So they are a little bit different. I'm not sure how they're categorized technically on a Bricklink, but those are all my Mandalorians. Definitely one of my most, I guess, most like owned figures in my collection. Probably one of my cooler armies, but I'll have a separate video for my 2026 Mandalorian army, which I do have actual other Mandalorians that aren't just a Boba Fett, Jango Fett, as well as all the other Mandalorians, and also have different vehicles for them as well. So will be a different army, a little bit different than the Bounty Hunter army. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you all in the next one.